You're live.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Mayor, hi, say hi, everybody. Okay, what are we doing today? We're gonna have a little, what? A little what? A model Seder?
Model Seder.
Okay, so welcome, everybody. Hope everybody's doing okay. I know everyone's home. Hopefully you're holding up. Wishing everybody a kosher and happy Passover. Hopefully we'll get through this time strong and healthy. So we're gonna go through a quick little model Seder. We're going to have some fun. The kids are here to make things a little more exciting. And we're going to, if anybody has any questions, you can put it in the comments, and the camera lady, Tirza, will let us know if there's any questions or comments that something we didn't cover. We also have some papers here. We have a Seder checklist and also a very easy 3-page step-by-step Seder that if anybody needs, put a message in the comments or send me an email, and we will get it to you. Okay, so the first thing about the Seder is, when is the Seder? The Seder is Wednesday night and Thursday night next week, right? And the Seder has to be on the 15th day of the month of Nisan, which is the Hebrew, which is Wednesday night. So it has to be nightfall, which in Duluth is 8:20 p.m. It's a little late, which is why Pesach is 8 days. Close. So the Seder has to start at 8:20. So I would suggest maybe eating something before, because the Seder could sometimes get a little long, even if it's just you and your family. It might get a little long. You might get hungry. You want to be able to concentrate and focus on the Seder. So that's number one. Number two is that Seder means order, right? So there is a right way, so to speak, to do the Seder. You got to have all the materials, you got to do everything, and so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go through it quickly. Okay, so first we have our Seder checklist. First of all, you need a Seder plate. I got this thing. You can get it for like $12 on Amazon. It's a nice little Pesach matzah cover. You stick your matzahs in here. We have our shmur matzah. Send us a message if you need shmur matzah. And you have 3 matzahs in here. You stick one in each thing. All right, and in each pocket, and then we have the actual Seder plate. So here's a picture. You want to zoom in on this picture? Can you see the picture? Okay. We have our Seder items. We're going to go through them. All right. You have on the top right corner, you have the zroa, is the chicken neck or shank bone, depending on your custom. The idea is supposed to be a roasted piece of meat that commemorates the Pesach offering. Then we have the egg, goes in the top left corner. That represents the holiday offering and morning of the temple. We have the charoses, is the delicious apples and nuts mixture that people make with some wine. That goes on the bottom right. And then you have in the middle, we have the maror and the chazeres, which is the same thing. They're the maror that's going to go in the sandwich, goes in the bottom. And then, of course, the vegetables. Some people have onions, people use potatoes, people use celery, some people use parsley, whatever floats your boat, as they say. Okay, so now that we went through the basics of what goes on the Seder plate, you're also going to need a Haggadah. Okay, I have this one here. It's a nice annotated edition with English and a lot of instructions. We're also going to need salt water for dipping of the vegetable, and of course you need wine or grape juice. And let's see, did we miss anything? You need candles to celebrate the holiday, right? All the holidays need candles, okay? All right. So when we come home, for this year, we're not going to come home. We're just going to be home. When you start the Seder, the first thing we're going to start with is what? Setting up the Seder plate, right? Putting the matzahs. And then what? What's the first thing in the Seder, Mayor? We make Kiddush. Okay. Do you guys want to show everybody how to make Kiddush? How do you make Kiddush? What do? You pour the grape juice, and you put it in the what? In the Kiddush cup. Very good, Chaya. And then what do? You make the Kiddush, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys want to show everybody? How do you do it? You hold it up, and then you make the brachas, right? There's all in your Haggadah. It'll tell you the brachas of the Kiddush, right? And then, what? You drink the wine. Now, it's also important, the one thing that's not on this checklist is a pillow. For men at the Seder, you have to lean when you eat the matzah or when you drink the wine or grape juice. It's important, otherwise you have to do it again. Very easy. You can put a pillow on the side of your chair and you lean to the left, because if you lean to the right, the food could go down your windpipe. That is not good. Okay, so let's go through the basics of the Seder. Okay? So after that, what's the next step, Mayor? After we make Kiddush, what do? We wash our hands. And now this time when we wash our hands, we don't make a bracha, right? We're not going to make a blessing like when usually we eat bread, or later in the Seder when we eat the matzah. This time we're not going to make a blessing. And then we're going to dip what? A vegetable into? Salt water. Very good, Chaya. Okay, we're going to dip the vegetable. We're going to make the blessing on the vegetable, right? And then we eat it. Okay? It should be a small amount. Don't be taking a whole big potato or a whole onion or a whole piece of celery. It's a small little thing. And a small little piece. We're not going to go get it, okay? We're just going to sit here and we're going to get it later. Okay, Chaya? All right. What's next? What do we do after we do the vegetable, Mayor? What do we do? What do? We break the matzah. We take the middle matzah out of your cover, okay? And we break it in half, okay? All right, and then we pour the second cup of wine, okay? And now, the kids, at this point, is when we sing the Manishtana, okay? This is the part of the Haggadah that's called Magid. It's the discussion of the Passover Seder. It could be exciting. You don't have to drag it out, but you could be discussion. You could talk about what the Haggadah is saying. If you don't want it to take too long, you don't have to stop at every paragraph, but every few pages, take a step back, talk about what's actually happening. So, who wants to sing the Manishtana? Chaya, you want to sing the Manishtana for everybody? Go ahead. Manishta. Ha. Laila. Mi. Ko. Ale. Mi. Ko. Ale. Shebechol. Ale. Ein anu matbi. Okay, I think that's enough. Good job, Chaya! Yay, Chaya! So the youngest person at the Seder traditionally says the Manishtana, but even if you're not there with your parents, somebody should read the Manishtana. Everyone should really read the Manishtana. It's part of the Haggadah, just like we say the whole Haggadah. We should sing the Manishtana also. And you can sing it, you can say it, whatever you're comfortable with. Okay, it starts with the youngest going to the oldest. That's why Chaya did it. Okay, during the Magid, there's lots of different exciting parts of the Magid. There's lot of stories and nice things. Just go through a couple things in the Magid. One of the main things is pouring out the wine, right? When it comes to the part of all the plagues that happened in Egypt, we pour a little bit of wine into a broken dish. You can just take a little broken plastic bowl. Doesn't have to be anything exciting. And the idea is that we're pouring the wine of wrath into the bowl. And some people like to put their fingers in it. I think this year, because it's sanitary, generally you shouldn't do it, but especially this year, it's not so sanitary. Don't stick your finger in the wine. Okay. Part of that, after we read all the Haggadah and we dip and we pour out, we sing what song? Dayenu. Okay, we're gonna try to sing Dayenu. Ready, kids? Ilu ilu. Haitzianu mitzrayim v'lo yasa bahem shefatim Dayenu. True. That's what Dayenu means. It means it was enough, right? That if God would have just taken us out of Egypt, He would have only done we list all of the different things, it would have been enough, right? And that's enough. We sing enough. Okay. Good job there, Chaya. Great job. You're saying Dayenu so nicely. Okay. After Dayenu is another important part of the Seder. It says, Rabban Gamliel says that if you don't say these three things in the Seder, then it's like you didn't do it. It's Pesach, Matzah, and Maror. The Passover offering, the matzah, and the maror is the bitter herbs. So, important part of the Seder. That's another highlight that we'll mention. Okay. After that, we say a special blessing, and we drink the second cup of wine. Right? How do we drink the cup of wine, kids? We take it, and we lean to the left. Right? We lean to the left, and we drink the second cup of wine. Okay. The next part is the most exciting part, is when we eat. Okay. We're going to have our matzah. Okay? When we make the blessing on the matzah, we're going to eat the first part. We're going to eat the top and the middle broken matzah, right? Of course, half of the matzah that you broke earlier, I forgot to mention, you put it in a cloth and you hide it. That's the afikomen, right? Yeah. So this one, however,
It's in my pizza box.
it's in your pizza box. That's silly. We don't put afikomen in the chametz pizza box. But
in my pizza box.
oh, it's in your Pesach book afikomen. That makes more sense. Okay. Okay, so you're going to take your matzah. If you got the gift boxes that we distributed before Pesach, they're very small, so you're going to have to eat about a whole matzah. If you got the regular size shmura matzah, you have to eat about half a matzah. Okay. If you got the manischewitz, I think it's also about 3/4 of a matzah. Okay. Yeah, so we have 3 matzahs, right? So we're going to eat the top and the middle broken one. Okay? So you got to eat from both of them. You eat about a whole matzah. That's the main thing. Okay? Then we add that, and obviously you make the blessings that are in the Haggadah about the matzah. Okay? Then the last part, the next part is the maror. Okay? And again, when we eat the matzah, we lean to the left. All right? Then we eat the maror. We take the bitter herbs. Some people have different customs what the bitter herbs are. We take lettuce and a little bit of horseradish in the middle, and we dip it in the charoses, right? And we eat it. Make a special blessing, and we eat the maror. When we eat the maror, it's not a sign of freedom like the rest, like the matzah and the wine. It's a sign of our slavery. It's a sign of bitterness. So we do not lean to the left. We sit upright and we eat the maror. Okay? And next is we eat the maror. There, you put too much what? Too much maror?
Too much wine on Mommy's phone.
There's too much wine? Okay. Mary already had too much wine. All right.
On Mommy's phone. On Mommy's phone is too much.
So now, guys, we're going to eat the maror and matzah sandwich, right? How do you do the maror matzah sandwich? We take the matzah, and we take the maror, and we dip it in the what?
Salt water.
No, not salt water. Charoses, right? And when we put the matzah, we put a sandwich in it again. Same amount of matzah, about a whole of the gift matzahs. If you got a regular shmur matzah, about half.
This is matzah.
Right? And then we eat it. And again, this time we're reclining because we're eating matzah. Okay? And then is the best part. What do? We eat the big... What do we eat? We eat a big... Meal. Very good. A big meal. So traditionally, the meal starts with the egg that's on your Seder plate. Okay, you could take an egg, dip it in salt water. Again, it's a sign of the holiday offering, and as well as a remembrance of the temple in Jerusalem. And we eat the egg. Okay, you don't have to eat the egg; it's optional. Some people like to do that. And then we eat the big meal. Is that the best part? You could eat whatever you want. Sometimes it's a little late. Might not want to eat too much. Sometimes you're really hungry. You might want to eat a lot. You can eat whatever you want. You could also drink more wine if you really want to. Right? We can drink a lot more wine. Okay. After we eat the meal, what do? We have to find the... What do we have to find? What did we hide, Mayor?
Afikomen.
The afikomen! We have to find the afikomen. Tati hid it somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to find it, and then we're going to eat it. Again, we're going to eat about a whole one of these matzahs, or half of a big shmur matzah. Okay? And, again, leaning to the left. After we eat the afikomen, that's the last thing we're going to eat. So if you want to have a traditional dessert, that's fine. You have to eat it before you eat the afikomen dessert, okay? The matzah dessert. Now, the last part of the Haggadah, what's the last part? The last part is we fill the third cup and also Elijah's cup, Eliyahu's cup. Where's Eliyahu's cup, Mayor? There it is. We have a big, giant one, right? Yeah, it's a very nice one. It could be any cup. It doesn't...
It's a cup.
Whose cup is this?
Chaya.
That's Chaya's, right? And that's Meir's, and that's Eliyahu, right?
Yeah.
And don't worry, Eliyahu will not transmit coronavirus. Even if you went to someone else's house before you, you'll be fine. So we fill up Eliyahu's cup, and then we do the benching, the grace after meals, followed by drinking the third cup. Then we fill up the fourth cup, and then we finish off the Haggadah with the Hallel and the singing, and then we drink the fourth cup, And then we say next year in Yerushalayim, next year in Jerusalem, and that is the end of the Seder. So hopefully I was simple enough. I hope I explained anything. Do we have any comments? No comments, no questions.
Feed them.
What?
Feed them.
What?
My mother said to feed them.
To feed the kids? Oh, they ate. Don't worry. They ate chametz before.
That's a matzah bakery.
Yes, you have a picture of a matzah bakery. Okay, so if anybody has any questions, any comments, you can leave a comment. We will get back to you. If you need matzah, you can still contact us. There's a few days left for that. If you need anything for the Seder, feel free to reach out. Even though we're not having a public Seder this year, we're trying our best to make sure everybody has everything they have for the Seder. And another important thing is that one of the mitzvahs on Pesach is that we're not supposed to own any chametz. Okay, we're not supposed to own any chametz. On our Facebook page, we have a form to fill out, or you can put a message in the comments if you can't find it. It doesn't cost anything. All you do is you put your address where the chametz is, and we sell it to a non-Jew for the duration of Passover. And it's a tremendous mitzvah. Easy, takes 10 to 30 seconds. I'm told max 30 seconds.
About the story.
What story?
The story.
Okay, so now that we went through the basic of Seder, my kids want to say the basic story of the Haggadah, okay, of the Exodus. Meir and Chaya, what happened? The Jewish people, what were they doing in Mitzrayim? What were they doing in Egypt? They were working. Were they getting paid? No, they were slaves, right?
Yeah.
What were they working? They were building what?
A
Pyramids. That's right.
Yeah.
And then baby Moshe was born. What happened? They put him where?
In the water.
They put baby Moshe in the water, right?
In
They put baby Moshe in the water, right? And then his sister made sure that she was okay, right? Who was the sister's name? And he went to Paro. What did he say to Paro? When he got big, what did he say to Paro? What did Moshe say to Paro? He said, let my people go. Very good. Where did they go? Where are we going to go? To get the Torah, right? Yeah. And what did Paro say? They were going to pack suitcases, right? And what did Paro say? No. So what did Hashem do? He made how many makkahs? 10 plagues. 10 makkahs. Okay. Very good, Chaya. And what were the makkahs? What was the first makkah? Dam. What was dam? All the water turned to blood for the Egyptians, right? Then what happened? Then what was the next? What was the next one? What was the next makkah? The frogs were jumping on Paro everywhere. What was the next one after that? They had what? What was crawling all over them? Itchy. What was itchy? What was it? Lice. The lice were very itchy, right?
Yeah.
And what was after that? What? Well, okay, what was after the lice, Mayor? What was the next one? Dever, right? Arif, sorry, Arif. What was Arif? What happened with Arif? Who came to scare the Egyptians? What was it? Animals. Right, all the animals came and they were very scary, right? What happened after that? Dever. We don't want them to come, right? But they came for the Egyptians because Hashem said you have to let the people go. What was next? Dever. What happened by Dever? All the animals? What happened to them, Mayor? All the animals, they died, all the animals, right? And they had no more animals to help them work, right? Okay, what was next? What was Shechin? What's Shechin? What happened to Pare? He got lots of... Mayor, what happened to Pare? What does tow trucks have to do with anything, Mayor? What happened to Pare? Kaya, what happened? Pare got boils and... Right? Boils. What else? Boo-boos, right? It was very itchy, right? That was not good. Okay, what happened after boils? It was barad. What happened to barad? What was barad? It was fire and ice, which is a miracle, right? And it came down from the Shemayim, from the sky, right? Right, and it ruined everything, right? And what was after that? They had what? Arba is the locust. What color are locusts? Mayor's is brown. Blue. I think they're green and brown, right? Green and brown, right? And they came and they ate all the food.
Yeah.
Okay, what was after that? Yeah, what was next? Chayshev.
Only one food.
Yeah, what's Chayshev?
They can eat this one.
Okay. Mayor, what's the makkah of
They
Chayshev?
will say one.
Mayor, what happened after that?
They can say pie.
What was the Mayor, what was makkah number 8? Darkness. Darkness.
Number 9.
Oh, I skipped one. That was number 9. We did number 8 already. I'm sorry. Tati is tired. What's number 9? Darkness. Darkness. What happened? What happened by darkness? It was so dark that they couldn't see anything. Okay, and what was the last makkah? Number 10.
It gets run.
Yeah, that was after number 9. It got light.
It's still light. And it's still light.
Yeah, it's still light outside. That's right, Kyle. Since Makkah's Chayshev has been light outside. Okay, what's number 10? What's number 10 there? What was the 10th makkah? He had no more boils also. What's number 10? Number 10 is what? The firstborn. What happened to the firstborn there by number 10? The firstborn, they all died, right? The firstborn, they all died. All the Egyptians' firstborn, right? And then what happened?
Yeah.
The Yidden left Mitzrayim. They left with what? What did they have with them? Did they have chametz? No. What do they have?
Bananas.
They had matzah?
Yeah.
Yes, they had matzah. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, well, you guys did a great job. Okay, any questions or comments? Please leave them in the comment section if you have anything. And we have 4 cups of wine and 3 matzahs. That's right, Mayor Chaya. Okay, we're going to say bye to everybody. Wish you a kosher and happy Pesach. Hope you stay safe out there. If you have anything you need for Pesach in the Duluth metro area, please contact us and we will help you as best as we can. Okay, bye everybody.